So to start out this makeup look, I'm going to take my Versali Rose Gold Elixir 24 karat gold infused beauty oil. And I'm just going to shake it up because the gold particles kind of go to the bottom. So it looks like this. It's so cool. It has like gold in there. So I'm just going to take a few drops and I'm just going to massage it in. And I like these drops because they're hydrating. And it looks pretty good under makeup. However, I do think that if you have oily skin, you might not want to do this. Only because I'm dry. And it leaves my skin like super dewy, almost oily, which most people probably don't want if they're already oily, but since I'm not really that oily, I like to put it on and it just gives me extra moisture. So it's key to let this sink in before we start our face makeup. So we're gonna start on the eyes. I'm gonna take my eyeshadow primer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So after you put on your eyeshadow primer, it's important to set your eyes. You can use a like bone shadow color. You can use a color that's similar to your skin tone. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier powder because it's the one I have out and it's just easy access for me. And I'm just going to put it on my eyelids. So when we go to put eyeshadow on our eyelids, they are already set down and that'll make it so that it's easier to blend. Sometimes if you don't set your eyelashes, sometimes if you don't set your eyelids, the eyeshadow can kind of get patchy. So for this eye look, I'm going to be using this Sassy Siennas palette from Dose of Colors. And this is what it looks like. She's gorgeous. I just got her yesterday, so I really wanted to film a tutorial using these colors. This look, I'm going to be taking this color right here. I used this yesterday just to try it and they're so pigmented and good. I'm amazed by this palette so far. So I'm going to take that lightest shade in the palette and I'm just going to run this on my upper crease, and this is going to be our first shade. It's going to be our transition color. So you can kind of just be messy with this one. And I find that sometimes if I hold my brush a little farther back, it's easier for me not to put as much pressure because I find myself holding it like this a lot. I think it can be a little too firm when you do that, so holding it out here is nice. Next, I'm going to take my M433. I think I'm going to mix this one and this one. And this is going to go more in the outer corner as well as more in the crease area. So I'm going to put most of the product on the outside, and then I'll slowly just go into the crease. And then for my eye shape, I kind of do like a winged out look. I think that it complements my eye shape, so I'm just going to wing it out slightly. And when we go in with concealer and stuff, we'll clean it all up so it's not harsh. Next, I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush that I used the first time and just like a tiny bit of that transition shade, and I'm just going to kind of blur everything out. That way we have no harsh lines. There's not a brow bone color in this eyeshadow palette, so I'll have to go into a lighter shade for my brow bone from a different palette, but I'll do that a little later. Just kind of want to blur all this out so there's no harsh lines. So next I'm going to take this brown color, and this is going to add a little bit more of that brown shade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my firm shader brush. It is the E57, and I'm going to pick up this brown shade, and this is going to go all over my lid. And make sure to use a brush that doesn't already have product on it. I'm going to take a really small brush. It is the M213, and I'm going to take this brighter color mixed with the lighter color, and I'm just going to pop this in the inner part so we just have some brightness happening. Next, we're going to be deepening out the outer corner, so I'm going to take the brown. I haven't been saying the names, huh? Okay, so the brown, oh wait, the brown is called Stay Sassy. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the brown, and I'm just going to focus this like on the outermost part of my eye. And doing this is just going to kind of smoke it out as well as lengthen my eye a little bit more. I'm taking the brown and I'm darkening out my crease, and then I'm going in with this red shade, and I am blending it out more with that. So I start out with the darkest color, and I just kind of build it up slowly, and I'm kind of just like focusing it in this like V area. Everybody's eye shape is different. I feel like it's hard because everyone's eye shape is different, you know? You're watching someone and you like their eye look, but when you try to go and recreate it, it's really hard because you don't have the same eye shape as the person. So the eye look doesn't really look the same. I don't know if that's ever happened to someone who's tried to do try to recreate a YouTube video. It's kind of hard. I have hooded eyes, so I kind of have to work a little harder to make sure that the colors show how they're supposed to. Pick up this color. So I forgot to show this part, but I'm taking Tempura from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to take a clean blending brush and go over that so we're all blended. Okay, so next we're going to move on to eyeliner. And I'm just going to do a wing liner. You don't have to, but I'm going to because I'm also going to add eyelashes. And I find that eyeliner just makes the eyelashes look better. Next, I'm going to take this flat brush and then just wipe it on a little makeup remover thing. I'm just going to clean up my makeup. So So I went ahead and did my brows off camera. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown, and then I used her clear brow gel just to set everything in place. So to start with my face, I'm just going to prime with a little Hangover RX primer. You guys know this is my favorite. It smells so good, and it feels like skincare. That's why I really like it. And then I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, Pore Minimizing. So I do have some pores here, and I also like how this is a little bit more mattifying, so I like to use it like in my T-zone where I get a little oily. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some eyelashes. These are the Ardell Double Demi Wispies. They look like this. So they're pretty wispy on the outside. They kind of flare out, which I really like. I'm going to apply that with my House of Lashes little glue, and this is the one that is black. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these, and I'll be right back. I have my eyelashes on now, and I like how this look is looking. I'm going to start with my foundation after we let that primer sink in. I'm going to be using the new NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I have the color Punjab, which is medium 1, so it's the first medium shade. And I'm just going to shake it up, do about like 3 pumps, and I'm going to take my damp beauty blender like always and just start applying this all over my face. You guys know that I love my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, but I feel like this got really good reviews, and I saw a lot of YouTubers that I like watching use this, and they said it was really good. So I like that it's full coverage, but it has a little bit of radiance, and it's also a little matte, so it's like kind of the best of both worlds. Alright, so we have the foundation on. We're going to go on to concealer. Of course, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral. I feel like this is everyone's favorite concealer. So I'm just going to put some on like that. And you don't need this much, but this is just what I like to do. So we're gonna blend everything out, and then we're gonna take our Laura Mercier powder on a damp beauty blender, like this. So I'm going to take my Tardist Pro Glow palette, and it looks like this. I feel like this is such a good palette. I'm going to take my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer, and I'm going to take the cream contour in this palette, and I'm just going to go the hollows of my cheeks. Like that. After that, I'm going to take my favorite Morphe brush. This is the R10, and it's like the perfect brush for contour. And I'm going to take the color Sculpt, and this is the powder side. And I'm just going to set that cream contour. Take my Hello Flawless powder from Benefit in the color Petal, or Never Settle Petal. I'm almost out, and this is my second purchase of this. So as you can tell, I really like it. I think if you're wanting a powder that doesn't make your face look dry and has pretty good coverage, try this powder out. It's really good. And this is my favorite brush. This is a Sigma brush, and it is the it's the F25, and it's like a tulip shape, so I just really like it for powder. So I'm just going to go like under my contour, and I'm going to wipe off my bake with this. I'm also just going to put some on my forehead just to prevent any oils. So I'm going to take my Becca bronzer, Sunset Bronzer. This is the color name. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty, and it has like some sheen to it. I'm going to take my fan brush, and this is the M143. Get some of that on there, and then just lightly go over where I contoured just to bronze it up a little bit. I'm going to take my MAC Warm Soul blush. I like this blush because it isn't too pigmented, and it has that sheen, so it's not going to give you like a crazy amount of blush. I feel like since the eyes are so pow, just a subtle blush looks best. Alright, so I'm going to take this Fix Plus, spray my face. Honestly, not that this highlight needs the moisture, because this shit is already so beautiful. It's like, this is the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors highlight in Fuego. So I'm going to take this, and it's been my favorite highlight actually for a while. It's so beautiful. And I'm just going to hit the tops of my cheeks, and just wait till you see this. Whoa, girl, whoa, girl. So I'm going to take my MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil. I'm going to take my MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil, and I'm just going to line my lips. And I do like to overline my lips a little bit. And don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't overline your lips, because who gives a fuck? It's makeup. It comes off. Makeup comes off. It's not real. No one's trying to trick anyone. It's just fun. So if you want to overline your lips, go for it. One of my faves. It's my favorite because of the color and because of the finish. I'm also going to take Lolita, and this is just like more of a, I don't even know what color this is. What color would you call that? Don't know how to explain it. I'm just gonna do that on like the outer hearts. we're going to finish our lower lash line because for some reason I forgot this. So I'm going to take these two, the lighter ones, and I'm just going to go under my eye. I'm also going to take this one, just a little bit. Go. I'm going to add some black in the waterline, which I don't ever really do because I feel like black is like so harsh, but it also looks badass, so we're going to do that today. We're going to try new things today. The darkest color, this brown. We're gonna really blend the black. Taking my Tarte mascara, put that on the bottom lashes. So I'm gonna take my, what is this? All-nighter setting spray. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that maybe you learned something new. I do recommend this palette. I feel like it's such a beautiful palette. It blends out really nice, and I think it looks really good on the eyes. So yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.